Right, Werner, welcome to Handpan Voices. Lovely to speak to you today. How has your day been so far?
Hi, Phil. It's a pleasure to do with you this interview. The day so far was very good. It's a little bit hot here in Vienna, but everything is fine. And how are you doing?
Yeah, it is very warm in the UK. I prefer the autumn. I like it when the trees are changing colour and
Yes,
it's a lot cooler. That's my favourite time of the
and
year.
very beautiful with all the
Yeah.
different colors in nature.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We're here to talk about the handpan, and some of us have known about that instrument for many years, including yourself, when it used to be called the hung. Can you tell me your story about when you first heard it, Werner, and where it was?
Yes, of course. I first heard the hang in a concert in Vienna. It's, I think, 20 years ago. And during the concert, for one song, the drummer put it a UFO on his lap and he began to play on it. And from the first seconds on, you can feel the whole audience was quiet. It
Great.
seemed that no one had heard a handpan yet, and this was incredible to hear this instrument on stage. But he played it only for one time, for one song, and then he put it away, and the concert goes on. So
Wow.
this was a incredible moment.
So
I
20 years
never could.
ago,
Yes, so many years
2000 and, 2003, 2005?
maybe this time, yes, 2003, 2005. It was quite young at this time, the instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah, never seen such an
Yeah.
instrument before.
You may have seen one of the first ever hungs.
Maybe, yes.
Yeah. Can you remember the name of the player?
No, I didn't
Ah,
remember it. It
gosh.
was a group
Yeah.
about the artist Erwin Steinhauer.
Yeah.
This is a pretty famous local artist in Austria, and he's an actor, he's on the theater, he's a singer, he's a
Right.
poet, and sometimes he gives concerts until today with a little group of musicians. And this was about the only one I heard one of his members in the group playing a hang.
How did you find out what that instrument was called? How did you research what that was called after you heard it?
Yes, I searched what I can in the internet at that time and found it out that it
Right.
was made from Panat in Switzerland. Maybe you know the advertisement. Who made it? The Swiss did. There are many,
Yeah. Yeah.
many good things made by
Yeah.
the guys of Switzerland. And
Definitely.
I could read at that time that Pan Art wants a letter from people who are interested in this instrument. They
Yeah.
want to send them a letter and explain why you want this instrument. And if you have luck or don't know, you will get an answer and can come to the workshop and uh, look for a hang. So I wrote the letter back then, but I never received an answer. I didn't know why I didn't receive the letter by them. I didn't
Yeah.
know. I'm not a musician. I do not have any musical background. So maybe this was a reason. But I didn't get an answer. And at that time, since this time, the hang was forgotten for many,
Ah.
many hours.
So you
let's
forgot
say.
about it because you couldn't buy one, so you forgot about it.
Yes, and I
And
didn't hear a hang until the pandemic. I'm not so often on social media,
okay,
and during the pandemic, I was more at home, and I discovered YouTube and other channels, and there I found the hang, or more the handpan again, by
yeah,
players like Malte Martin, Hang Massive, to name a few, and
yeah,
this beautiful instrument hooked me again. And at this time, it was very, very much easier to get informations about the instrument.
yeah,
There are so many makers around the world, and I decided to buy one. But my first intention was, so I'm not a musician. I feel great when I hear this uh, instrument, but I didn't know yet if I will be able to play it myself. Is it
yeah,
fun play it myself? I don't know. I never played an instrument before. So I figured out there are much cheaper other instruments, the tongue drums. And so I bought via internet a used Rav Vast, a cheap pygmy.
yeah,
And also I figured out the website from David, Master the
y-
Handpan, and there was
yeah,
a beginner course for the Rav Vast available, and I
yeah,
purchased this one and played with my Rav. That was the beginning.
yeah. I like the Rav Vast. I've got two at the moment. I've borrowed one.
Yes.
I have one Rav Vast. What would you say to people if they wanted to know the difference between a Rav Vast and a handpan?
Yes, the first difference from seeing the instrument, it is a little bit smaller,
Yeah.
and from the sound, the sustain is much longer.
Ah.
And uh, I think Rav Vast is pretty good for slow playing, for meditative playing, and
Yeah.
not so much for percussive and fast playing.
Yeah. I see. I struggle because I love playing fast on the Rav Vast because it's
Yeah.
so much more fun. But like you said, it's so resonant that all the sounds start clashing
Yes,
so
yes.
much quicker. So you can't really play fast. I
It's a
try
little
to.
bit too much to
Yeah.
so many sounds at
Yeah.
once.
What I'm experimenting with is stopping the sound. So when I hit the ding over and over, I'm actually stopping the sound as one of my notes. So
Yes,
I'm sort of I'm stopping the sound as well. So I'm hitting it and then sort of muting the sound
yes,
and
yes.
carrying on. That works actually. That works quite well.
Mm.
So you got your Rav Vast and you enjoyed playing it.
Yes, and
How was that?
it was uh, great. I knew after a few days already that I I will play with this instrument, and
Right.
uh, after 1 or 2 weeks, I decided to buy a handpan, a real handpan.
After a
But
couple of weeks. Wow. Okay.
yes, I, I
Okay.
I need to know, can I play this instrument? Is
Yeah.
it fun for me? And this was from the very first time, I have to say. So I decided to buy a handpan, but I know for myself, I don't want to buy a cheap one. A cheap one can also be good, but I saved my money. I don't uh, buy many things for myself, and
Yeah.
so I can say I want a good one from a good maker.
Yeah.
And by hearing so many videos on the internet, I decided to buy an Ayasa handpan.
Nice.
I heard many Ayasas by Malte Martin, and he's one of my role models in the world of handpan playing.
Yeah.
So I thought, for me, this is an incredible instrument from Ayasa. So I want to order one. We wrote several times, Ayasa and me, but at that time they aren't able to sell handpans because of their uh, law differences with pan art at the time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so I found out this Malte Martin has in the internet the Yatao shop. And
Yeah.
on the Yatao shop, he always have D-cards from Ayasa to sell. And so
Uh-huh.
I bought the Ayasa in the Yatao shop. And it was a D-card with 10 notes. And this is
Perfect.
an incredible instrument.
Yeah.
Meantime, I sold it, but I have another one from Ayasa, a D-card 21. And
Wow.
more notes, more fun.
Yeah, right. Definitely. Wow.
And I never stopped writing with Ayasa. And after, I think, 2 years, they answered and told me that I can now purchase a handpan. And this
Yeah.
was the Amara 20. So these
Wow.
two handpans are my favorite handpans I have.
So you are obviously under the spell of the handpan, but if you were to describe the sound and the feel of playing it to someone who has never heard it before, Werner, how would you describe how it makes you feel when you play?
Yes, the sound is for me, if I play slow, meditatively, very heavenly. It is
Uh-huh.
so calming, quiet, peaceful. It after a stressful day, it calms me so down.
Yeah.
I play very slow and quiet,
Yeah.
and
Me too. Me too.
yeah, heavenly is in in my opinion the best word to describe the sound.
Heavenly. Yeah. And you have beautiful instruments. I mean, going straight to Ayasa.
Yes,
Incredible choice. Well done, you. And so you started to learn. And what piece of advice do you wish someone had given you earlier in your handpan journey that you think, oh, that would have saved me so much time?
yeah,
Can you think of anything that you've picked
yes,
up
yes.
since?
In my beginning, I learned one pattern, practice it for 1 2 weeks. Then
Yeah.
I learned another one and another one and another one. And after a few weeks, I didn't uh, can play the first pattern I learned
Right.
weeks ago.
Okay.
And now I I learn a new pattern and I stick to the pattern for many weeks or months and try to do a lot of things with this pattern. The pattern
Okay.
changes a bit, of course, but the ground pattern is the same. But I do as many variations as I can do with this
Yeah.
pattern. And first, I practice this pattern for many weeks or months. So it uh, feels really natural. You won't forget it so easy. And second, it's practice. It's practice. even
Yeah.
if it is one and the same pattern. You
Yeah.
will go better and better.
Repeating the same thing until it's in your body. I
Yes,
think that's what you're saying, isn't it?
yes, yes,
You embraced it into your whole body, and you
yes,
remember it so well that you don't ever forget it, which is great.
yes. You don't have to think about what you're playing.
Yeah.
It, your fingers are doing it almost by themselves. And it's not
Yeah.
only to play the patterns, you can play with the nuances,
Yeah.
uh, loud, soft, hard. You change the tempo,
Yeah.
many variations, and often something different comes out. Sometimes it's not so good, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's wow. What was
Yeah.
this? Can I repeat
Yeah.
this? you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. So you pick up your handpan and you sit down to practice. What does your ideal practice session look like? What does Werner do when you first sit down and put that instrument on your lap? What do you focus on doing, or do you like to mix it around?
I take my handpan and yes, I do a little warm up and the handpan roots, and of course also the very new course from Karin, Yoga for Handpan Players,
Yeah.
reminded me to do these warm ups uh, before I play, stretching the fingers and all these things. And now I will do it more again than the last time. And when I did my little warm up, I began to play with a pattern or a piece I already can play. So, like a warm up playing.
Yeah.
And then I practice something new from any course on Master the Handpan or anything else. Or I uh, improvise for myself. But at the end of my practice handpan session, I will always improvise for myself and play what comes out of me from my practice or from my environment around me,
Yeah.
what inspires me to play, only to think too much about what I do.
I love improvising as well. I think it's the I get the most joy from improvisation, like
Yes,
you.
yes, and so
I,
much things
yeah.
pop out by
Yeah.
while improvising. It's
Yeah.
incredible. Yes,
It's good to learn the chords on your handpan for improvising, so you
yes,
know what will work with different, what order to do certain runs and stuff. But yeah, the improvisation is really, I love doing that as well. So you've got this beautiful handpan already, the E Amara 20 by IASA. So the next question seems silly, but if you were to design your dream handpan, surely that is it already. But if any scale, any material, any tuning, what would Werner like next? I guess, or what would you?
so my dream handpan. The material is very easy to say. It have to be or need to be amber steel or stainless steel because
Yeah,
I play slow and less percussive.
yeah,
And the sound touches me more than a nitride steel instrument.
yeah, yeah,
So stainless steel or amber steel. And uh, I also really like the sound of the Aegean scale, Pygmy scale, the Orientalic scales. So
yeah,
the dream handpan must be a mixture of these special scales
yeah.
and
Nice.
uh, maybe two or four deep bottom notes and the rest on the upper shell,
Yeah.
and that would be a great handpan.
When I saw Malte Martin in concert in London, he had 4 IASA instruments in front of him, and he
Yes.
picked one up. He picked just one of them up, held it up to the audience, and it was a D Aegean 20.
Yes.
And he said, "This is my favorite instrument. This is the one that I feel connected with the most. I really, really love it. This is a very special instrument for me." So I think, Werner, you should think about getting that D Aegean 20 by IASA in the future. That's the one for you.
Yes, maybe in a few years.
Yeah.
But
They're
I
very
will
expensive.
definitely get one handpan more in the future.
So they're special, these instruments, aren't they? They are.
Yes.
People that I speak to, they do feel like they are a companion to them, because they allow you to express yourself. If your handpan had a personality, how would you describe its personality to someone, just for fun?
Yes. The handpan is not a he, a she, is no gender. The handpan is my best friend. I would really say this is my best friend.
Oh, nice.
I
Yeah.
I play almost every day if I can, and I play most of the time the handpan on my lap. So we have a good connection together, I would say.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for me, it's also very important. I played a few different scales from different makers in the last years. And for me, it's also very important the touch on the instrument, how the feel is when my fingers
Yeah.
go around the instrument. And
What other makers have you recently played, Werner?
Mag instruments,
Oh, Mag.
Ayasa,
Yeah.
Pan
Yeah.
Art, Meraki, Manik, I think. What did
Or
I
the Spanish
Yes.
maker Manic, yeah?
Yes. I didn't play a Yishama and
No.
the other very expensive handpans. That would be great to see the differences, if there are differences in this high level. I have also a handpan from Mumi, from Milan.
Nice.
And this is also a great instrument. This instrument is in my work, in my office.
Oh, yeah?
And when my colleagues go out and take a break to smoke a cigarette, I take my handpan and play in my office. It's nice
break.
for me. It's nice for my coworkers. And
they like it, do they? That's good.
yes,
They like you playing.
I by then I didn't find one people who doesn't like the handpan. Everyone likes it, and everyone thinks the playing is so great. But for myself, I think I'm not a great player. It's good for me, but the others, they don't know. The good players, they say it's great. So, but first time for me, it has to be okay, and it is okay for me. And
I think you play well.
It will get better.
I think you do play well. I think you play very well. And you sing. I've heard you sing with your handpan as well, have you?
Yes.
That's brave.
For a challenge.
Yeah. What did you sing? I can't remember.
I can't remember now.
No. That was good, though. I can't remember. It was good, though, wasn't it? It was good.
Yes.
So we just talked about a challenge there. We should talk about Master the Handpan a little bit more.
Yes.
We are all, as handpan players around the world, we are all very spread out. It feels like there's not many of us yet.
Yes.
So Master the Handpan brings us together as well as offers us lots of courses. Tell me how you feel about the Master the Handpan village, first of all.
Uh, yes, it's handpan playing is my hobby, and since the village is online, uh, before the village, I was also in the Facebook group from Master the Handpan, but the village is now a lot better than Facebook. And
Okay.
yes, I have nobody in my city who plays handpan, or I didn't know the people who play yet. And so it was great to have a platform, the Handpan Village, a community where we all come together and we share our progress, our videos, or just talk with each other. And
Yeah.
that is great. There are almost the same persons online who are writing
Yeah.
comments, and these guys all yes, for me, like it's my handpan family, I would say.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say we are all friends. We
Yeah.
don't know each other in real life, what's very bad and very sad sometimes. But I think maybe David tells something about it. Maybe in the future there will be a meeting from
Uh-huh.
Master the Handpan, and if it comes to a meeting from this community, I will definitely be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Me too. And what about the courses? What's your some of your favourite teachers on there? What's been some of your favourite courses that you've liked doing?
Yes, my favorite courses, except the beginner courses from both of the Davids, is the course from Malte Martin.
Ah, right. Nice.
I like his playing so much, and this is my goal to play in a few years a little bit like him. This
Yeah.
is my goal on my journey. This art of playing, this style of playing, this touches me the most. Uh, then, of course, other players like Capsao and these crazy guys. I know for myself I will never reach this level of playing, but I don't have to do this. I
No.
I I know what I can, and that's good. We cannot not everyone can be the best in all things.
No. It
So
doesn't matter either, does it?
no,
That's
that
not why we
doesn't
play.
matter. The main goal is to have fun and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
bring it to your friends so
Yeah.
they have fun with your playing, and that's the most important thing by playing the handpan, I think.
Yeah.
People are feeling well and have joy.
Well, I'll tell you what else is really joyful, Werner, and I don't think you do this yet, but it's playing the handpan with other players. Actively reaching out online through the village or going to handpan festivals and playing handpan with other players is next level. So if you love to play, I definitely recommend that you try to get yourself to a festival or find maybe one or two players that live near you
Yes.
and play with them. Yeah.
I never played with another handpan player before, and I wasn't at a gathering or something yet. But
No.
this year,
Uh-huh.
maybe I had it on my calendar. There is the Christi handpan gathering in Austria
Yeah.
in in the beginning of August. And when I'm
You have
coming
to
back
go.
from my holidays,
Yeah.
I will try to drive there at least for one day.
Yeah.
And I think I will see many other players from my
Yeah.
country there, and yeah, connect with others. And maybe there are one or a few, the more
Yeah.
the better, there, which are willing to play with me together, and we can meet more.
Definitely.
Yes.
I think you should definitely do that. You should definitely go. I think you'll have a lovely, lovely time. Everybody is so welcoming and so supportive and non-judgmental. They would welcome you, Werner, with open arms, I'm sure. Especially if you have an IASA instrument with you. They will love it.
Everyone
You
wants
know?
to play it, and I'm,
Yeah.
oh,
That's fine. That's fine. That's good. And you'll get to play theirs.
yes,
That's how
yes.
it works. So yeah, I do hope that you do go. But long may you be on the village. I really enjoy and appreciate reading your comments and watching your videos. So thank you so much for joining me today on Handpan Voices.
The pleasure is on my side. I'm so thankful that you are giving me the possibility for this interview. I read a lot in the village, and I'm always happy to read about the other villagers. And so it's a pleasure for me to give a little bit back and tell the villagers a little bit about myself.